It was August 2005. It was actually the night that Hurricane Katrina made landfall. I bet you remember where you were. I went on a motorcycle ride with a lady friend of mine in remote West Little Rock. And at 9:11 p.m., we got broadsided by a 1979 Cadillac DeVille at 50 miles an hour. As we laid there on the side of the road in complete darkness, except for the lights of the car about 100 yards down the road, and the complete silence other than her screaming, I just remember thinking, this is going to change my life. It's going to take a new direction. As I made the 911 call, as I called her mother, which I had never met, to tell her she needed to come to Little Rock, I knew it would change my life. Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and guests, I've been watching the Olympics all week. And I love sports. I grew up playing sports. I watch sports. And if you ever notice, sports, it's about runs. Teams get momentum and they go on a run. And then the other team will get momentum and they'll go on a run. And the team that wins is the one that holds off the other team's run the best. Right? Well, I feel like my life has been a game of runs. I've had some significant runs, some short runs, and runs have come to an end pretty quick, just like that night. My first run was really long, actually. I had a great childhood. I had a mom and dad in the home. I had a brother and sister. I had a family. I went to church. School was easy. Played all the sports. Graduated with honors. Full scholarship to college. Led my fraternity. Graduated with honors. Job with a Fortune 200 company. If you ask anybody who knew me, I had it going on. I was just it. And then it happened. The wreck. Run ended. Life changed. Fortunately, the only physical lasting effect from that is the cool party trick I can do with my shin that makes a muscle pop out. I'll show y'all if you want to see it later. But the mental effect is ongoing. I never really believed in depression. I just thought people who were depressed were just kind of weak, that they didn't have a strong will. But in that following month, 2 months after the accident, my recovery time, I couldn't get out of the house, I couldn't be around people, I didn't have a lot of friends at the time. I went to a dark place. A place where you don't feel like you have anything to provide to the world. It's really a scary place. But it allowed me to refocus. And I came out of it better understanding that I didn't need to take family and friends for granted. I needed to have more compassion for people, especially people who are going through that type of thing. I discovered that I needed to take more risk because I never knew when it was going to be over, frankly. So as that run ended and I was in a little lull, I started another one, another run. I took a risk. I had an opportunity to go to Brazil for about a month and a half. And I took it. But to do that, I had to leave Centos, a secure, stable job on the rise. I did it. When I came back, I went into commercial real estate, which was the first step of a dream I had to be a developer. I did that. I joined AYPN, Arkansas Young Professionals Network, and became a leader with them, president of that organization. I actually launched a political campaign for JP in Maumelle. Things were going well. But as all runs happen, it came to an end. In October of 2008, there was a controversy or scandal that was reported in some of our media, fortunately not you guys because y'all are respectable, about AYPN. And frankly, it ended that organization. And around that same time, my dad was diagnosed with ALS, which is an incurable disease. And July 2nd of 2009, he passed away. I took some time off, went to Texas to take care of my mom and some things around the home. Once again, was able to refocus on family, friends, what was important. Again, looking for more meaning. Because you realize that sometimes the stuff you're doing just, at that time, politics didn't really matter. It's just there was stuff more important than that. So I refocused my efforts and my leadership abilities at New Life Church. And I became a life group leader, and I became a leader in the young professionals and started connecting people so people had opportunities to live life together because that's what people my age were looking for. They needed people around them. So I did that, and actually I went to work with another Fortune company with Staples. I was the business development manager for the state of Arkansas, and I had major account acquisitions because I needed a higher and more stable income than real estate at the time was providing to help my mom take care of some things as well as myself. And after doing that for a while, that run goes on and you build up that confidence again. And then I took another risk. I left that position and went to work for myself, selling residential real estate and flipping houses. And I've been doing that for 2 years now. And it's gone well. It's paid the bills. I'm not to Roy Rainey's status yet, but I'm getting there. But, and I picked up skills that I'd always wanted. I can go into a house and make it new. Myself. I love that. I would not have traded these last 2 years for anything. But I feel this run coming to an end. And fortunately, it didn't take a tragedy or something devastating for that to happen. It's just, I'm starting to feel that slow fade and that I need to ramp it up again. And it's like this run is coming to an end, but it's just the launching point for the beginning. And that beginning, I can see it's going to be building a family, building a legacy, getting into a career field that has a lot of meaning for me, and that I can help large groups of people, because that's what I want. And I've shared all this information to you, not only to let you know that this is who I am, because a lot of the stuff I've never shared, but also to encourage you that you don't have to have it all figured out on the front end. I feel like we all do the best we can with what we have and what we know at any given time. But there comes a point where those things change, and it's okay to say, hey, I want to change paths. I want to go a different direction and go higher, because every time you end a run, I feel like I know that. I have to believe that when you come to that little valley, that next run is going to take you even higher. Hi-Noon Toastmasters.